Welcome to Livingstone Ranch. We have our two meat rabbit does, I believe, are pregnant. I'm going to introduce you to them. So right here we have Violet. Violet is the daughter of our other meat rabbit doe. She's a little bit shy. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. But I believe she's pregnant. And here I can show you what we do with our breeding does. This cage here, you can see it goes in at both sides. I can get to it over here as well. And we put this door in here so that when we're ready to wean the kits, I can just close the door and the mother can be on one side and the kits can stay on the other side. So this is Violet. And let's see here. Right here we have Lila. So Lila is Violet's mother. Hey. Good girl. Good girl, Lila. And we have the cage set up exactly the same way. And so both of our, well, of course, both our meat rabbits are a mixed breed. I believe that they're half Californian and half silver fox. And we come over here, we'll see Huckleberry. Huckleberry is, there we go. Yeah, you're a good boy, huh? You're a good boy, Huck. We breed him with Lila, and so he is Violet's father. Okay, so it's winter here in Colorado still. It's March, but still getting quite cold at night. Snowed just a little bit last night. And so we have our rabbit barn winterized currently. You know, we have plexiglass panels on our doors here, and we have, you can probably see up here, this is the foam insulation. And I have some foam insulation here on this door too. And then above we have a bunch of windows, and we have all those shuttered right now. Ideally I want to keep my rabbits above 20 degrees, and so right here we have, this is a little greenhouse heater. It's on a thermostat. It runs when it needs to. I can keep the temperature in here right about 32 degrees, and that way I don't have to worry about freezing water or anything like that. I can come in the mornings, and most of the time the heater can keep up and I won't have to thaw out any of these water bottles. So but right now we're going to put together some nesting boxes for the moms to be here. And let's see here. So this is our basic nesting box. I have 1/2 inch wire on the bottom here, and we use this just like this in the summertime, and so any droppings or anything like that can fall right through. It's really convenient. And also in the summertime when our windows are open, there's a breeze that can come up through here, so those kits don't get too hot. It works out really well. We haven't had any problems with the wire so far. But in the winter time, we want to keep our kits from freezing to death. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to add this piece of plywood here on the bottom, just like that. And then we're going to get it kind of ready. So I'm going to take shredded paper and just put it in the bottom. I do really just put enough in here to cover up the bottom. It doesn't have to be special or a lot. And then what I'm going to do is this is just Timothy hay, so it's what we feed our rabbits anyway. I'm going to take some, I'm going to shove it here in the back and just cover the floor with it. And I'll do the same thing in this other nesting box. So you can see, this is really all I'm gonna do. The mothers, they're gonna take care of the rest. And so, like I said, we feed our rabbits Timothy hay. They're gonna come in and take more Timothy hay. They will bring it into their nest. They'll grab a whole bunch in their mouth and just bring it in here. And they're gonna start clawing at this and getting it set up for their babies. Okay, so we're just gonna put these nesting boxes in there. Here you go, Violet. Here you go. Good girl. Okay. All right, so you see, I like to put them in kind of at an angle like this. That way I can see, you know, when they have their kids, I can check in on them. I do try to check in on them fairly regularly. I don't want dead babies in there. And sometimes they'll freeze, and sometimes the mom can't take care of all of them. In fact, Lila has actually lost 2 full litters, and we'll see. Hopefully this time she'll take care of them. She just wasn't taking care of them before, and we had a litter freeze to death, unfortunately. So, okay. So that's how we set it up. And then, like I said, the moms are going to fully take care of the nest. They're gonna take Timothy hay, fill it full, however they want to do it. They're gonna start, you can watch her right now. So Lila's in there and she's moving stuff around how she wants it. She's gonna try to make this perfect for her litter. And when the time comes, they will start pulling their hair out, the mothers. And Violet's doing the same thing. We can watch her a second. See, she's in here just trying to get it ready. And they're gonna move stuff around. And I'll show you with Maybelle here in a minute here. So Maybelle had her litter recently. And so you can see all of this. See all of this fluff? All of this Maybelle pulled out of herself. And it's just to keep her babies warm. And yeah, it's pretty amazing, really. You can see the rabbits, the does, they have that neck pouch, and they start pulling all that hair out of there and covering up their babies with it, putting it in their nest, and it's all this insulation for their babies. You know, in the wild, they'd dig a hole in the ground, a burrow, and give birth down there. And so the temperature is way more moderate, and it's easier to control. And so we want to make sure that we can kind of provide them the best case scenario. So that's why we have the plywood bottoms on our boxes, and we give them the added, you know, the paper and the hay, so they can build a warm nest, and hopefully their babies will be okay. I do know that some rabbit ranchers make burrows for their rabbits, and so they'll dig down and put in a plastic bin that surrounded by earth, and then they'll add tunnels to go down in there so that the does can travel back and forth and keep the temperature be kept more moderate. We're not really set up for that here, and so that's why we use the rabbit nesting boxes. So far it's been working out pretty well, and the moms will do their best to make sure that everybody stays okay. And you can hear Lila and Violet just really trying to get those nests ready. Another thing I think would be with people, if you're new to keeping rabbits, is not seeing the mother with the kids is very common. I think people maybe get a little bit worried about that when they see that every time they go in and check, the mother's not with the kids. That's normal behavior. In the wild, they would try to stay away from their kids, and they do that to keep any predator from getting close. So that way they can, run away and the predator might follow them or whatever. But it's pretty normal that you won't see the mother actually with her kids, like sitting in the nesting box. I think with Lila and her first litter, I never saw her in that nesting box yet. They all survived and they all did very well. So if you want to see more of the rabbits and you want to see these litters and these kits when they are born and follow them as they get a little bit older, please follow Livingstone Ranch. We will make videos on these kits and post them so that everybody can see them. And and we're also following Maybelle and her kits. So thank you for watching.